Most welcome, my friend, in our microbiology notes groups. Let's start bacterial nucleus structure. It's not nucleus, it's called the nucleoids because there is a no membranes are present, nuclear membranes are present, so we called as the nucleoids. This is not a good word. So we can go for the study. Nucleus appear as the oval elongated body structures and generally present in the one cell one, that is only a one cell of bacteria. There is only one type of the nucleoid structure present. The genomic consists of the single molecules of double stranded DNA arrangement. That means the genomic structure is the DNA, while in case of virus there is either DNA or RNA. It may open under certain conditions to forms long chain about 1000 micrometer in length. In bacterial nucleus does not contain any nuclear membrane, that's why it is called the nucleoids. Nucleolus, deoxyribonucleoproteins. So these three things in the bacterial's genomes are not present. Either nuclear membranes, or you can say nucleolus, and also not the deoxyribonucleoproteins. Bacterial chromosomes is haploid, that means haploid, and replicated by simple fission instead of mitosis in eukaryotic. There is a difference between eukaryotic replication process and in case of the bacterial replication process is a different as compared to some point of view. They can replicate by the mitosis process in a eukaryotic, while the bacterial chromosome replicate by the process of fission when they forms genetically two identical copy of the bacterial cells. We are coming next things. What the really important for the bacteria is spores. What is the means of spores is very important, just one. So the spores are mainly found, many bacterial species produces the spores inside the cells and outside the cells. That means the bacteria have the both capacity, either the favorable conditions they can produce inside the cells, or if there is a adverse condition then they can make this type of things, spores formations. Most of things inside the spores, this is called endospore systems, and outside the spores is called exospore systems. Bacillus anthracis, Bacillus subtilis, these are the examples of the bacteria who are responsible, who have such capability to produce these type of spores, either endospores, exospore. If the inside endo, if the outside exospore. Spores are extremely resistant to this, that means they are very resistant for the heat, adverse conditions, stainings, radiations, disinfections, chemicals and heats. So you need to be understand spores are very dangerous. They are stay in the any part, any place a long period of time until the favorable situation condition will not comes, and they come back and cause the infections. They are very resistant disinfecting chemicals, radiations, desiccations, staining, any type of each spores. Bacterial spores on germination form the single vegetative cells. They remain viable for long period, help bacteria for survive in the unfavorable conditions. That's the main themes. These infecting bacteria, they have a lot of the infections they cause in the human beings, so they can pass the period of these unfavorable conditions. Some bacteria have endospores. Endospores is a very dangerous things. They are thick walls, highly reptile bodies produced by one cells. All endospores contains large amount the DPA, that is means the dipicolinic acid. I already told this type of chemicals present sometime in the cell wall structure in the case of some bacteria. It occurs in the combination of large amount of calciums which present in the central part of the spores. That's why these calcium molecules are responsible for the making, giving a strong strength of these type of the vegetative bodies, spore formation. Calcium and DPA complex play important role for the heat resistance in endospores. So you can understand why they are very much resistant against the heat, just because of these chemicals, calcium and dipicolinic acid. So in the exams, if such type of things are coming in the objective exam, you just tell to them the calciums are main roles in the heat resistant spores. Endosperms consist of the cores and envelopes a protoplast. In the core, the protoplast, DNA is present, and ribosomes and tRNA and enzymes are present. In the inside there is a core, just like this is the spores. There is a core where the DNA, R ribosomes, tRNA and enzymes present. Spores envelope consist of the inner membranes and outer membrane cortex of the spore cortex. This is the in case of the, there is two part of a spore. One is the core, other is the called is the envelopes. Envelopes that consist of inner membrane, outer membrane, cortex and spore coats. Some species have the outer layer called the exosporiums, which is the bare, rigid and folded. Exosporium is something different, not present in all the spores. Some spores are presented. So we need to understand these things very importantly, and we will give the examples when we are studying these things in the later section, when the number, just like when we are going to study Bacillus subtilis, that time we can show these spores structures and find these are the core regions. This is the core, and these are the inner membranes and cortex region. You can see this is cortex region. Spore coat are there, and exosporium sometimes present, but not most of times outer membranes present. So the egg, this is the overall structure of spores, which type of things present in the spores, and you can identify and you can make this structure very prominently. Now we are coming sporulation process. You know sporulation, spore formations. The process of endospore formation is called sporulations. It may takes 4 to 8 hours in vegetative cells. Within 8 hours, a spores can be formed. Sporulation process, firstly, they newly replicate DNA chromosomes. A small portion of cytoplasm isolated by the ingrowth plasma membrane sporums. This is the process, first process, replication, and small portion of cytoplasm in growth plasma membranes and form the sporums. And this, the situation of sputums derived from the cytoplasmic membranes. These are the cytoplasmic membranes which are responsible the covering of these things, and then form the process of invagination, and which divide the four spores and sporangiums. There is a process is going on when this cytoplasm then go for sporangium formations and four spore formation. Four spores is subsequently encircled and dividing sputums into double layer membranes. That's why there is an inner and outer membranes are present in these cases. Between two layers laid on spore cortex, outer layers is formation of the spore cortex, and present several layers are present. So this is the process of sporulation of the bacteria who can form a simple spores. This is the diagrammatical structure I am showing here, so you can understand sporulation process. First, this is the vegetative cell. Within the 8 hour it will be completed. First, second stage, there is a formation of sputum, the separation of this cell wall like this, and there is this type of cells formation. In the third step, this sputum is forming, and this is the four spores, and these like this structure is converting here a spore inside. And then structure 4 and formation, there is an outer layer, some deposition is creating by this spore cortex, and coat synthesis started. And as per stage 5 and 6, the more maturation of the spores formation happen, and the cells become disintegrate and finish. The only spore formation is this. Thank you so much for watching this process. I will explain in next slide more details. Hope you like it. Please subscribe my channel.